Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we just got the OCG ban list for 2023, and it's very, very interesting. So first things first, I feel like the biggest hit on this list has to be Fenrir being banned. I think he was at 1 in the OCG, now he's officially banned, and yeah, that's kind of insane. That kind of kills Castira as a deck. Fenrir is literally their main play, especially now that they only have one XYZ. But I think actually Cash actually has 3 of the XYZ because their ban list is different than ours. So I believe they have 1 Unicorn. Now they have 0 Fenrir, which I believe does kill Cash Tira in the OCG. But I do believe they still have 3 Arise Heart, the XYZ guy. But we in the TCG only have 1 Arise Heart, 2 Unicorn, and we have 3 Fenrir still. So I can definitely see Fenrir and Unicorn being hit to 1. I don't think we'll be banned like it was in the OCG immediately. I could definitely see him put the 1, but again, even if Kashtira falls out of the meta, what's called literally Kashtira Fenrir is just better Pankratops. So honestly, it's always gonna have some meta viability until either they make a stronger Pankratops or literally they ban the card. So we'll just have to see. I don't think they're going to ban Fenrir in the TCG, at least not yet. But I can definitely see them putting the card to 1. Definitely hurting the consistency of the deck. And definitely knocking it out of its first place viability. We also have some Super Heavy Samurai hits that are interesting. I don't think Super Heavy Samurai is doing much in the TCG ever since we lost Scarecrow. Like, I still think the deck puts up results, but it just, the playability and like the people playing it, it definitely has dropped. Like, there's definitely still some like main players playing the deck, but a majority of people who are playing Super Heavy Samurai have kind of dropped the deck. At least that's what I see in my metas, or at least my locals. A lot of people who are used to play Super Heavy Samurai have just put the deck away. They switched to like Vanquish Soul, or they switched to just other interesting strategies. So I don't know. I feel like hitting the FTK is always smart. It's an FTK card. Who cares? Other cards they hit on this list are like, they put the bike to 1, which is interesting, but I don't think Super Heavy Samurai is doing enough in the TCG that they need to keep hitting the deck. So that's interesting. Pearlies have an interesting hit. So I believe they hit Sleeping Memory in the TCG, and they hit a different one, the new one in the OCG, the one that draws you cards. Very, very interesting. I think it's definitely a different hit. So this one stops them from drawing like 5 times a turn. But the other hit in the TCG stops them from summoning out the Pearly Mellow, I think, the little green XYZ, because I think the spells special summon a specific Pearly monster. So I think we have the one that hits the green one, which definitely hurts the deck. I don't think the deck Pearly is even in the meta. It was very loose in the meta already, but now I think it's non-existent. So that's pretty interesting. Other things that on this ban list, Prosperity hit the 1. Thank God. I hate Prosperity. I think it's such a win more card. It's ridiculous. It literally says, hey, let me just search my out. I think Prosperity is not a healthy card in this game. So I think it should go. The fact that you can just dig for whatever you need to get you out of a situation for the measly cost of like banishing cards you get to choose in your extra deck is insane. Like, we hit Desires before we hit Prosperity. I think that's just stupid to me. I know they're just selling cards. Like, oh, Desires is cheap now. We can just hit Desires. But to me, Prosperity was always the more broken card. The fact that you get to choose which cards in your extra to banish. I mean, you just get to add whatever you want in the top 6 of your deck or top 3 of your deck is absolutely insane. So I'm super happy that the OCG is finally hitting Prosperity, which means hopefully the TCG, the same thing happens to us. But at the same time, we had Gamma hit, and they didn't have Gamma hit, but I think Gamma was already hit, so who knows? I think Prosperity was like the biggest issue in our ban list, but I am glad to see that Konami at least addressed it. So thank God for that. Other like notable things on this list: Cyberstein's hit in there. It's hit here. They got it's called X Saber Invoker back. That's a really, really cool Zodiac card. I don't know if he'll do anything in the TCG, but it definitely has the potential for great things. Literally spends summons a Beast Warrior from the deck, I believe. It's a very, very strong card. I just don't think any deck would be able to really abuse it. Luckily, our Punks can make it, because I think it is two... Is it 2 level 3s to make X-Sun Invoker? Yeah, it's 2 level 3s to make him. So, hey, Punks can make it really easy. So, if it ever does come back, maybe there's some Punks Zodiac plays we can do. But that's really about it. We still don't have Dryden, so Broad Bull's still banned. So, honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. But who knows? That's really about it on the list. Like, everything else is, like, circumstantial. Like, Gazelle going to 3 is cool. I think we should have had Gazelle 3 already, but I guess it's not close enough to the fire step. I bet next ban list that we get, Gazelle will either go to 2 or 3, and we can definitely see that happening. And everything else just seems normal on the list. Like, there's no, like, holy shit, they took it off the list, that's crazy. I guess Judgment going to 3 is kind of insane, but again, spellbooks, all their cards are a little outdated. Until we get actually, like, new spellbook cards, I think Judgment going to 3 isn't that big of a deal, because, honestly, searching out fates during the end phase is cool and all, but again, you're only able to add spellbook cards, and none of those spellbooks can activate in hand because it's the end phase. Thus, honestly, I think it's fine. Like, yeah, cool, you search like 6. You might just die that turn. Now, if you do get to live, man, your hand advantage is insane now, but again, spellbooks aren't doing anything. I think Judgment's at 2. I could be mistaken. I think it's at 1 or 2 in the TCG. But, who knows? We'll just have to find out. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Don't do anything stupid. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.